The day I was supposed to hand my company over to my son almost became the day I died. My daughter-in-law smiled as she handed me a cup of coffee, but before I could take another sip, my longtime housekeeper accidentally bumped into me and whispered just 4 words that changed my life forever. "Do not drink. Trust me." Those words saved my life and exposed a betrayal so cruel that it shattered everything I believed about family. My name is Eleanor Brooks. I was 64 years old and had spent the last 15 years running the manufacturing company my late husband built. After growing it into a business worth over $12 million, I finally believed it was time to let my only son, Daniel, take over. He and his wife, Claire, had convinced me they were ready to continue our family legacy. That Tuesday morning, they arrived at my home carrying pastries, legal documents, and coffee. Daniel talked excitedly about succession planning, while Claire kept encouraging me to finish my drink before signing the papers. Something about her behavior felt strange, but I ignored my instincts until my housekeeper, Maria, deliberately spilled my coffee and quietly warned me not to drink another drop. Moments later, everything changed. Claire suddenly became dizzy, collapsed onto the sofa, and began having violent seizures. She had accidentally consumed the poisoned coffee that had been prepared for me. As paramedics rushed her to the hospital, I realized the horrifying truth. I had never been the witness. I had always been the target. At the hospital, doctors confirmed Claire had been poisoned with arsenic. While Daniel acted like a worried husband, something about his reactions felt rehearsed. Maria secretly asked to meet me and revealed a nightmare that had been unfolding for months. She told me Claire had been slipping tiny amounts of poison into my morning coffee every time she visited the house. Maria had noticed I became weaker, dizzy, and confused after those visits. She secretly documented everything with notes, photographs, and recordings because she feared no one would believe her. That morning, Claire had poured a much larger dose into my coffee, enough to kill me before the day ended. Maria risked her job and her freedom to stop it. The truth became even worse. Daniel had helped plan everything. He had secretly transferred hundreds of thousands of dollars from my company into accounts only he controlled. He had taken out millions of dollars in life, insurance policies on me, and was preparing to inherit both my fortune and my business immediately after my death. When police searched their home, they found the arsenic, financial records, handwritten poisoning schedules, and recordings where Daniel and Claire laughed about watching me slowly grow weaker. They discussed celebrating after my funeral and selling my company piece by piece. Hearing my own son calmly plan my murder hurt far more than the poison ever could. During the trial, Daniel blamed Claire, while Claire blamed Daniel, but the evidence destroyed both of their stories. Maria's courage, the recordings, and the medical evidence proved they had spent months slowly poisoning me while pretending to love me. The jury found them guilty on every charge, and both received life sentences without parole. Although justice was served, losing my son was a pain no courtroom could erase. I mourned the little boy I had raised while accepting the monster he had become. I sold the family home because every room reminded me of betrayal. Instead of letting hatred consume me, I chose a different path. I promoted Maria from housekeeper to partner, and together we created the Brooks Foundation, an organization dedicated to protecting elderly victims from financial abuse and family violence. The woman my son dismissed as just the help became the person who saved my life and helped thousands of others. Today, years later, I no longer measure family by blood. I measure it by loyalty, courage, and kindness. Daniel wanted my company and my money. Maria wanted nothing except to protect me. In the end, she became the family I truly needed. Every morning, we still share a cup of coffee together. It reminds me that the same drink meant to end my life became the beginning of a new one. I survived because one brave woman chose to whisper the truth when everyone else was smiling. Sometimes the people who save your life are not the ones you are born with. They are the ones who choose to stand beside you when it matters most.